This time, Excellency, I take only your money. Next time. Adios.
Well, here you are at last. I was afraid you might have been waylaid by the Zorro fellow.
Oh, heaven spare me. Senora. I'm dazzled. Captain?
And here is our little dove. Diego, this is Teresa.
I am honored, senor.
Charmed.
May I present Senorita Maria Lopez?
Senorita. I'm so sorry to have kept you all waiting. But they heated my bathwater too early. And by the time more was brought and properly scented, it was positively tepid. Life can be so trying, don't you think?
Maria.
Shall we dine?
Senorita.
His bath was tepid. Poor Teresa. I fear her wedded life will be the same.
Now, watch. See? Empty. Voila.
Oh, bravo.
I did that one for His Majesty.
Oh, it must be heavenly at court.
Oh, yes, it's the one bearable spot on earth.
It was bearable here once, before the Zorro came with his murderous threats and thievery.
Oh, speaking of Zorro, I wonder if you might provide me with some sort of protection on my way home. I fancy that cutthroat might be just lurking about, anywhere.
How distressing.
Certainly, my dear Diego.
I gather you didn't approve of my request, Senorita.
That's because you called her hero a cutthroat.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness, do you know this fellow?
No, but I happen to admire his courage.
My dear young girl, dashing about with a cutlass is out of fashion. It went out in the Middle Ages.
Well, it certainly seems to have been quite effective.
Well, yes, well then, so is a madman.
He's not a madman. He's a lion amongst a lot of sheep.
I really don't know why it is that men of this sort, brutes and scoundrels, elicit such admiration. It's positively frustrating. Why is it that the scoundrels of the world are always remembered and the well-bred men completely forgotten?
Perhaps it's because there is nothing particularly memorable about scented bathtubs.
Oh. You seem to regard the poor fruit as an enemy, Captain.
A rival.
Esteban's always thrusting at this and that. He was a fencing master in Madrid.
Ah, how exhausting.
I found it exhilarating.
Do you really? I find it rather boring. Lots of men slashing and cutting away at each other with a blade.
I prefer to think about it as an acquired defense. Do you not think, Don Diego, that a man should have a strong defense?
Yes. Yes, I do. But I prefer more gentle defenses.
Useful in court, perhaps. Worth little on the battlefield, I'm afraid.
Soldiers are always thinking of battlefields. And once the moment of exhilaration is over in a battlefield, there's only death.
There's also glory.
No. There is only glory in living. There's only death in death.
Captain Esteban, I fear, misses the Spanish fencing school.
Oh, really? Why ever did you leave?
I had the misfortune to kill a man of influence.
A lady was involved, I believe.
The gentleman's wife, no doubt.
Just how do you mean that, Don Diego?
Oh, dear. I'd hoped to be amusing. Have I failed?
Somewhat. With me.
If you will excuse me, senor, I wish to retire.
So sorry.
What's got into the girl?
Yes, it is most curious. But then, you are still here, senora.
Our little dove has flown.
Yes, it's the one problem with youth. It's constantly in flight.
Meaning?
Meaning, doves adorn courtyards. Women adorn courts.